Pittsburgh Power's new product called Dorothy. It removes the soot out of your EGR. It takes the EGR effluent and through the pressure causes it to spin through centrifugal force.
Yeah, centrifugal force holds the particulate matter in the EGR flow at the outside. Right here.
Right there.
Around the outside. See, it's a larger diameter. So during high EGR flow, any particulate matter is kept in suspension. And through centrifugal force is held to the outside edge of this. Then when the EGR valve closes, as it often does, allows the soot and the heavier particles to drop to the bottom.
Okay.
And then we've got a reduction in velocity just due to the size of this that doesn't enable the exhaust flow to pick it back up and move it to the engine.
Okay. Let's see the individual pieces. This is
this is the main body, we call it.
This is
main body.
And that's the centrifugal.
Yeah,
that's the device that causes the centrifugal.
This shape here is called a torus. That's the tornado name in tornadic separation. So it's not your average cyclone. It's not like a cyclonic separator on your dust collector for your wood shop, but it's similar, but not the same.
All right.
And we use this larger diameter to hold the heavier pieces in suspension.
Okay.
And there's also a lot of moisture in EGR, so the moisture adds some weight to the soot as well, because when you cool exhaust below the vapor point of water, you get water. Water is a byproduct of combustion. So it's nice and heavy, and then there's flow, and the flow holds it around the outside. And then, whenever the flow stops, it drops through this gap right here.
All right.
And we've got some baffling here as well to keep it from just making its way straight back into the engine.
Okay.
And it's caught in this canister.
Okay, that canister is where now? That's down there at the bottom?
On the bottom, yep, on the part that's open at the bottom. And every about 25,000 to 40,000 miles, you'll need to dump that out. And that's the only maintenance necessary is dumping that out.
We don't have a filter or anything else?
No actual filter to call it clog, nothing. Nope.
Okay, now let's see
what I call passive filtration.
Let's see what we won by doing this. What is this?
Right there, that is the particulate that we got out of a Cummins, just the EGR flow. Now, this is what we trapped on its way back into the intake in 25,000 miles on a Cummins CM2350. So that's a modern ISX. This is what's going into your intake.
25,000 miles.
That's 25,000 miles. Imagine a million. So what that means is this is no longer on your ring lands. It's no longer polishing up your cylinder walls and causing some oil consumption. It's no longer on your intake valves. It's no longer on the sensors in your intake that are confusing your computer and making your engine run poorly. We caught it instead.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that will fit
That's it.
any truck.
Yeah, pretty much any EGR truck.
Any EGR truck.
Yeah, any EGR truck. We're going to focus on the more modern trucks right now. We're going to go with the DD15, DD13, ISX, CM2350, 2250, X15. I'd like to do an application for Volvo and Mack. We haven't got to that yet, and we are working on an application for the PACCAR as well. PACCAR has proven to be kind of challenging to mount.
But for my customers that are overseas that might have a Mercedes or a Scania, there's no real reason, as long as they're EGR engines, why these couldn't be fitted to it.
They would all work, yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So if you've got someone clever over there, we could send one too. They could work on the plumbing themselves. Right now, I'm trying to sell it in kit form. So that means that I've got to get a truck in, I've got to do the installation, then I've got to build an extra kit and call that a master that I will build multiple kits off of in the future.
Okay. Pittsburgh Power, Dorothy, the EGR
Tornadic
EGR
cleaner.
Get rid of your effluent.
Yep. And check our website for more of the same brochures on our website.
Okay.